Okay, part two. So you got to this point. You were trading news.
Yep.
Interest rate decision. What happened?
So interest rate decision. So I was heavily in it. Say it was over £10 a point, and I made £1,000 in it was about 5 minutes, I think it was.
You made £1,000 in 5 minutes. Fair
Yes.
enough. On what size account at the time?
I had £2,000 in the account.
So you made 50% on your account in 5 minutes. Okay, just wanted to put that out there. Right.
Correct.
Yeah. So a little bit of gearing going on there.
A little
bit.
Just yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So right. I thought, right, okay. So I originally put my £2,000 in my account.
Yep.
So I thought, right, I've got £1,000 in there, an extra £1,000. So I took the £2,000 out, and I thought I'll play with this £1,000 now.
Can I just emphasis there the word play?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It was. I didn't actually see it as my money. I saw it as that this is bonus money now. So whatever I make is extra, and it's extra money for me. So it's great. And if I do that and make an extra £1,000 in a couple of weeks' time or whatever it is around the news, then I'll be fine.
Okay.
So then I saw that was actually a little bit lucky, because that's not going to happen all the time. So I was still looking at my notes, and I was still getting small education and looking back at what I'd learned before. Yep. So I tried different things, and I'd put a trade on, and I'd automatically just put stop in, whether it be 20, 30 pips, but not actually looking at where support or resistance levels were. So I was just automatically going, right, yeah, that'll do, that's fine.
Okay, so you would just literally go into a trade and just automatically put a 20 pip stop in, rather than looking at the range of the chart where prior supports and everything else might be in place. You were imposing your will onto the markets. You were
Correct.
saying, no, I only want to carry a 20 pip stop.
I'm correct.
And okay, and how did that work out for you?
Not too well.
Right.
Yeah. So if I'd actually looked properly, there might have been, I could have seen something at 25 pips.
Yep.
And if I was still kind of within the risk management, I'd looked at that. I'd need to emphasise more on that. But if it had, say, it had been 30 pips, for example, might not have been stopped out because there was support at 25, for example.
Okay, so we've got to speed this up a little bit as far as where you were.
Yeah.
So you made a number of mistakes. What were the sort of mistakes that you made? List me some of these mistakes that you made. You said you made there was a number of horror stories in your trading.
So
that being one of them. What else was there?
So I'd let the count go positive, and I'd automatically move the stop to 0, so not let it bleed, or I'd take half off too quickly. So gradually, my count went down to 0.
Right. Okay.
And I'd literally blown it all.
So this was what? Where are we on the time horizon now?
We're talking sort of
summer of last year.
Yeah, July. I was going to say July.
What happened to change this around?
So I then started to put like £100 in.
Yep.
And sort of saying, right, this is just bonus money that I can try, and I'd win £100, take the £100 out, and then leave it, but I kept blowing those accounts.
Effectively gambling in a way at that
Correct.
stage, yeah. Because if you only got £100 in an account, it's so minuscule that you don't have any respect for the money, so you're going to be trading with huge gearing.
Massive gearing.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
So then I got some further education, so to put it that way. So
yep.
I did a taster, went into a live trading room, and then...
Can I just point out, my live trading room?
And I started backtesting.
Yep.
So I didn't trade, so I got the new education software in October, and I didn't actually start trading until sort of December time, when it wasn't very volatile at that point. But,
yep.
And I've literally changed my whole personality on how I trade. So I've looked deep inside myself and thought, right, what is the best times for me? Because I still do mortgages all the time.
Yep.
I'm still full trade, but I do a lot more swing trading.
Yep.
And I emphasise at the late at night, I say 10 o'clock, see how the market's closed, what I'm going to do the next day. And then narrow it down to, say, 5-minute trades, and then see if I can get in for a longer position. Okay.
Sorry, so you're looking at the bigger time frame, but
Correct.
then going down to a small time frame to actually execute.
Yes.
But it's based on the bigger time frame.
Correct.
Okay.
But I'm totally a momentum trend trader.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the one that suits me. Counter trend was just, yes, you get some big wins at times, but it can heavily go against
so
you.
So you were trying to counter trend?
Yes.
Previously?
Correct.
And adding into positions?
I'd say overnight I'd place a trade and go against me, so I'd double up and try. It is going to go the right position, and I wouldn't sleep at night because I was way over geared, and it was mentally sending me the wrong way, sort of thing.
So you were in a situation where, firstly, you'd got overconfidence from making £1,000 on your account, 50% on that initial capital. Correct. Then you lost that, so then you had to sort of start from scratch. Then you were just putting small amounts in, so you're undercapitalised. Correct. And with overgearing. Correct. Implying your will on the market, so small stop losses based on what you want, not what on the market structure is telling you where to put a stop loss. Yeah. So all of those original issues, but you've now got to a point where you're trading, like you say, with trend, because you've realised that maybe counter trend wasn't right for your personality. Yeah. You're trading on a swing basis because you're working it around your work, your business. You've got 16 staff financial advisors working for you. Yeah. So you've got quite a big business. But it's working. Yes. Right, okay. And how much have you made in the last?
So we put 2,000 in again, and I'm up to 3,000, but it's been as a gradual increase. It's I don't risk anything over roughly 2%. That's
a trade.
About my average. Okay. I've halved my trading, as in my points per position. So I'm not. I'm allowing it to breathe, and if it goes against me, it goes against me. I'm not worried. I don't have to be right all the time. I don't have to be, yes, they look at me, I can do it all the time. Yeah. It's, if it goes against me, it doesn't. But when it does, I may add to the position or just increase my account steadily now.
So, I mean, well, you say steadily, but 50% in 3 months or 4 months is huge. It is huge on a smaller account. Yeah. But I guess as the account grows, then what you'll find is you'll probably risk less per trade as that account grows anyway, because 2%, if you were risking 2% let's say on a 100k account, that would probably feel quite rich. But on a £2,000 account, it's less important.
On 2,000, it's 20 quid.
Yeah, exactly. That's fantastic performance there. So what would you say were the qualities that you need to have as a trader for you personally?
For me personally, I think you need to accept that you can't always be right. You have to sort of work out what sort of trader that you want to be. For me, like I said, I need to work what suited my life, worked around how it worked for me, and the short, or I'm a part-time trader, I would say, and feel your inner self to say, right, this is the best position for me and how I want to do it. So, but accept the losses, because that's massively, because I always wanted to be right, but you just can't be. There's no way. And you're not always going to get the bottom. You're not always going to get the top of the market, but you get a big chunk in the middle, and then it's a good income for yourselves.
Wise words. Accept the losses. It's a big. I preach it all of the time. It is so true. You can't be right all the time. Okay, we're getting close to the end at the moment. We're nearly out of time. Okay. Where do you see yourself in 2 years?
I'd like to step back more from mortgages at some point and sort of continue growing my account and just to see how it goes, really. Markets adapt all the time, so it's just a case of, I love it. I breathe and live it, and I love mortgages as well. So I'm getting a good balance there. Great. I'm not sure my children and partner enjoy it, but they I think they love me. I think.
Okay. Fantastic, Dave. Thanks ever so much for coming on the show.
No
It's
problem.
been fascinating seeing what you've actually done over such a short period of time. Would you be willing to come back on maybe in another year or something like that, just to see where you are? Because you're a year into this, and you've already got a lot of stories there. It'd be really fascinating to see where you are in another year.
No problem. No
okay.
problem.
My name's Charlie Burton. That's the end of the show. Trade safely out there.